Do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 players in the server. That's a click in. Here we go. Semifinals part 1. Starting off. We're going to start off from Nick, if I can find him. Where is he? There he is. He's going to start off dead twice. Shot in the back, shot in the front. Gets a kill as soon as he spawns. Opts to go into the, I think that's the pulse elbow of Malevolence. Malevolence, whatever you want to call it. I want to call it Malevolence just to make people angry. Here we go, guys. Down low, opting not to spawn camp. That's the thing where Kyle Wynn's got his godlike. Camping that small spawn, but I don't think that's going to be enough frags in the beginning. Nick actually looks like he was lagging a little bit there. As let's check the counts. Looks like Booth is in the lead. Rum, Monk, Banco, Knob.
One death on Booth. He's 9-1 right now.
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know. I don't know. Where is he? How is that possible? He's actually down in the rocket elbow, where the health pack is. Or the health elbow, that's what it is, not rockets. Now he's opted to take middle. Nice spawn camping there. Going up high. Thanks, Ovi. Rum actually taking the lead here. We saw him get a really strong start in the last map. Let's see if he can keep it up. I think he ended up 4th after holding the lead for most of the map. Watching Booth do a nice 180. Actually, aim is actually really solid. Only at 4th right now. Monk coming up strong, taking 2nd place. Actually fine, Monk. There's Monk. He's at this tall position. I don't like to go up here because my long-range aim isn't all that good. But I do find it almost impossible to hit people up there. It is real tough. Too many walls and things to duck around when you're up on top of that. I guess where the shock ammo is. Monk taking 5 pads ramp. Working it, working it. Working the spawns. He's actually taking top spot, tied with Knob. Got Rummy and then Nick getting his stride. Coming up, Viper is actually in 5th as Booth has fallen all the way down to 6th. Finals is still in there. We got only who's really behind is Shots. Only got 14, now 15 down in last place, but it's still pretty close.
Watch a little bit from Monk's perspective now, who is actually in the lead with the 2nd least amount of deaths behind Booth, who's only at 17. He's only got a 2 frag lead over Knob, but curiously enough, like, Knob just quietly moves his way through every single heat, and he may end up in the finals like we predicted, Mr. Grace.
Yep, he's the one of the ones we called that could be a contender. Monk is actually hitting the ultra kill down in that elbow. Been really good for himself. 38, 2 above Knob. Let's actually find what Knob's doing right here. He's hanging out in health pack elbow near the thigh pads. He wanted to go to the sniper. I think when I usually play Knob on this map, this is actually one map I do kind of like playing IDM on. I like the angles.
This is a very versatile map. I mean, it's one of the 1v1 maps that I really enjoy watching.
Yeah, absolutely. The old school map.
And Knob's -1 right now behind Monk. Neck and neck with him. Actually, he takes the lead with that frag before going down, and it's now all even with Monk. These two guys just duking it out for that 1 and 2 spot.
Yeah, Dam hitting a monster kill here. Shoots himself up even with Nick and Vipers. They're all kind of together at that 3rd spot, all fighting together. Look at that, 38, 36, 35, 35, and 33. So it's real close to everybody. Shots actually gaining some ground here. Shot up 5 spots. Take number 6. From a slow start. Knob, though, taking the lead. So let's see how where Shots is playing. See what's getting him all this ground.
Yeah, he just spawned. He's actually over by the armor area, but missing some easy shots on an enemy who actually wasn't even looking at him. And the quick 180 by, I think it was maybe Vipers.
Man, that's always my curse, though. I can never hit somebody in the back when I want to. I'm like, this shot's going to be easy, and then I choke.
And not to mention you gave him the caster's curse as well. You're like, hey, Shots is doing pretty well. Let's go watch him. And then he starts dying.
Yep. There we go. Shots is hitting his stride there, getting some nice kills on that top angle by Sniper.
That's kind of really what IDM is about. Like, you should be able to sit in a position and rack up some kills. Like, if you're having to run around the map to search for kills, you're in trouble because you're just exposing yourself to more angles, to more people.
Yep.
Find a comfortable position to defend your backside and then rack up as many frags as you can. As you see, Shots is actually doing that from the armor corner there.
Yeah. Right when he spawns, he knows the place to go to start hitting frags, and that's what these top guys are doing to keep the edge. Now, I know Knob is a specialist at that. That's why he's consistently gets so many frags. I mean, he knows these maps in and out. That's like, he's just really good at figuring out spots to go.
Yeah, you got to maximize your efficiency by knowing on the spawn where's the best place for you to go in this current situation. As Knob still in the lead, only by 2 now, over Nick, who has surged up to the 2nd spot. And that's kind of something we saw him do in previous heats where he maybe wasn't leading the pack early on, but kind of comes from behind slowly to ultimately win the heat as Finals hitting a monster kill.
Yeah, he's hitting a monster, but he's on 2nd to last. He needs to really pick up the pace now, hopefully.
Yeah, take a look at some, speaking of that, take a look at some of the guys in the lower half. You've got Finals, Rummy, and Banco at the bottom half of this heat. That just goes to show how stacked it is now in the semifinals.
Yeah, we got 8.5 minutes left, so they could still come back, but they're going to need to start soon. Especially now that Shots is on a huge roll. He's actually a #1, well above Knob. All of a sudden, guy is going insane. Switch back over to Shots. And he is just finding the spots. Look at this. He's already on an ultra kill and a spree. When he ventures out of his spot, though, he finally gets shut down, and that's what I find out about a lot of playing this map. You want to stay in that sweet spot, even though you feel like you want to finish that monster kill.
Those flurries, like we've said, just being able to pull off those hugely fast amount of kills really makes a difference in these close games. Got surging into the 1st place by 6 frags, and he's just keeping it up now. Finding that high gear that maybe these guys just aren't able to hit at this point.
Yep. Shots well above it. Yeah.
He's approaching double digits.
Yeah,
he's really turned it on.
Shots was actually in 9th place for a bit, and he's complete 180.
He was in last.
Yeah.
This is his spot. I feel like he feels extremely comfortable in this health pack corner. Obviously, there's no health in IDM, but he's able to prevent anyone from coming from behind him and take easy spawn kills and shots from distance.
Yeah, he's actually doing really good. Knob hanging in there in 2nd place. Booth and Vipers both shot up here. Doing pretty good. They're over players like Monk, Nick, Banco, Finals, Rummy all the way down at last. Having a little bit of trouble. But it's still almost anybody's game. I think top place, though, is kind of pulling away. Kind of making it impossible for the bottom guys to catch up now. I mean, there's 7 minutes left. You really got to start turning it on if you're down low.
Yeah, you got to get close to the bubble, you know, that 5th, 6th position, be within a few frags striking distance. Otherwise, it's going to be too little too late against this kind of competition, as they'll just keep their foot on the gas pedal and extend their lead. As Knob hitting the killing spree from the same position that Unreal Shots was doing so well, and he's brought himself within 3 behind Shots with that flurry.
Yeah, Knob, highly underrated player, doing really good this year. Viper's actually taking over him. There's 85-85 for #2 is Viper's. Someone we haven't really talked about. I mean, we mentioned him a little bit, but now he's on his way to the finals if he can get through this heat. This is what they're fighting for. This is it. You win this, you're on to the last one. It's a possible shot at the crown. We're about to see a lot of big names go down. I mean, Banco is down on the bottom. We got Rummy, one of the favorites that I actually called out to make it to the finals, is in 2nd to last.
Same with Nick and Finals, and Nick has won every heat he's been in thus far, and now he is outside the advancing top 5, and that would surely be a disappointment for him and his fans. We want to see if he's able to turn it up when it matters most. There's still time left on the clock, just under 6 minutes. But you start to take a look at the pace of the top couple. Actually, the top 4 guys are all within 5 of each other.
Yep. Knob is actually 3 behind Shots, so he's starting to catch up on that massive lead from Shots. He was up at 8 at one point. But Booth is right behind Knob. Look at Booth. LP, I think, is actually all the way up in 3rd place. Monk making a run. Vipers kind of fell off here. Monk and Vipers are tied. at that 5th spot, but that ejector seat is going to be EX Dam, who's only a couple frags behind Monk. So it's still close in that midpoint. Nick gaining a spot or two. Finals has been consistently low. Banco and Rummy also down there. I think their shot might be out already. I mean, we only got 5 minutes left in this game. Let's watch from Booth for a while, because he's making a run at the top spot right now. That 99, 2 behind shots.
Yeah, stepping up when it matters most in the semifinals is Booth hitting those 2 shots in a row to bring him over the century mark. Just under 5 minutes on the clock, and he's just down by 2 to potentially win this heat, but already in comfortable position to advance to the finals and has not really been in the conversation at all thus far. Shows what we know, Mr. Grims.
I know, right? Well, this is the time when you want to show yourself. I mean, this is anybody can play in this game. Anybody can play in this tournament. People that we don't usually talk about are really making a name for themselves. When that means when they get in other tournaments, they're going to be somebody we talk about constantly. I mean, people like Hatchet. Every time we mention Hatchet,
GTF coming up, you know, he could be a hot commodity.
Yep. Shots now taking a little bit of a lead now, though. Booth was not able to catch him, but Booth certainly did pass Knob. Knob actually fallen to 4th, tied with Vipers, who is going up and down. The Viper seems to be the one who's flying up and down this ladder. Monk has been sitting there around 5, but Nick and EX Dam are the ones that are in ejector seat, and they're only a couple frags behind Monk.
Yeah, Knob favoring that same elbow position. He's got himself on quite the killing spree here to bring him to -7. Keeping himself in the top 5, but Shotch surged his way to that #1 position in that same spot. He's up by 3 over top of Vipers, with Booth and Knob nipping at his heels. And it's looking like Nick, if he doesn't pick it up here, he might be on the outside looking in going into the finals.
Yep. We got about 3.5 minutes remaining. Everybody is over the 100 frag mark, except for about 1 or 2. I think Finals just hit it right now. 119 is your top, which is Vipers surging ahead of Shots. We just said that he goes up and down the ladder. I hope we can hang on to it. Kind of bring an upset almost. Somebody we didn't really call to make it all the way.
There's Knob hitting a killing spree from that elbow position. He's got himself to -2 from the leader. Honestly, nice shots there from Knob. Who are you going to watch, Grins?
I'm going to watch Vipers now since he's taking the lead at 123. He's 2 up above Shots, who's been almost your pace car.
I think you should be looking at Rummy right now. Rummy is jumping into 7th seed right now.
Oh.
And he's hot on Booth's try. He's actually playing for 5th right now. Only a couple frags back.
Yeah, and I think we'd all be surprised if Rummy at this point does not make it into the finals. And there's his spree ended by Banco from up top, which could turn into some unfortunate spawn kills.
Yeah, Rummy's
not a lot of room for error at this point.
Yeah, it's really close. I mean, a monster kill here, a monster kill there. They're all so close within ±5. There's going to be a lot of shuffling going on.
There's Rummy with the multi. Can he make it the ultra? He misses 3 shots in a row. He's got the opportunity on 2. Connects with 1. That's a good spot for Rummy to be in, as he's actually within striking distance to get in that top 5.
Yep, 2-minute warning just went off, and this is going to be 3 frags separates the ejector seat between people who are staying. That's EX Dam, Booth, and Rummy. They're all there. Rummy is actually the one that's going. Same thing with Booth. So they just need to hit a couple sprees and stay in this game. Rummy actually playing at Sniper, trying to overlook as much of the map as he can. It's not happening right now. Shot's getting a monster kill to boost himself into 1st, so he's going to be comfortable heading into the finals. Monk jumped up there, but right now Knob is falling off a little bit along with EX Dam actually shooting up to tie him.
Yeah, look at Knob and Dam both tied at 131, and you take a look at Rummy, who's just a couple of frags behind them. He can actually move himself into the top 5, but Knob has something to say about it. He's in that same comfortable position. It looks like he's going to stick in that elbow, picking up a couple of frags here, looking for an easy 3rd one. He gets it. Still in 4th position with Dam in 5th and Rummy just behind him in 6th. And let's watch from Rummy, see if he can actually pull from behind to get himself into the finals.
Yeah, he actually just hit a spree at that elbow we saw Unreal Shots doing a lot of work on. It's less than a minute. It's 47 seconds remaining in this map. Because we got 137, 137, 135. Rummy needs to hit it now if he wants to go, because we're about to hit 30 seconds left. There's actually 35 seconds remaining. Rummy's trying to get to this elbow. That's all important. He's actually going to run by it and try to chase people down. He's trying to chase He needs frags now. He's actually above Vipers. He's actually going to pass Knob at 139.
He's in 4th now. Rummy made it up to 4th with that flurry. As Knob is in 5th. Now he's in 6th. Vipers in the 5th position. Knob is on the bubble. He needs a frag. We need to watch from Knob.
Yeah, but it's going to be 17 seconds remaining.
10 seconds remaining. Knob. Can he make it to the finals? Needs 3 frags. He needs a flurry here.
There's the miss. No, the guy who's going to shoot at died. He needs to kill somebody now, and that's going to be the end of the map.
And Rummy surges from behind at the end to make it into the top 5, and unfortunately Knob on the outside looking in. Some other notable eliminations are finals, Banco and Nick, who won all 3 of his heats up to this point, but will not make it into the finals.
Yep,
what a heat.
that was really close. Knob actually in the lead for most of the map, dropped all the way low, and Vipers, who was surging up and down the ladder, we saw him come all the way up to 3rd, drop all the way back to 7th, and then hit 1st after that. Takes the 5th spot.
I hate to break the excitement, but we got to move on to a new IP.
Yep, I'm moving right now. I see that they are already well into it. I think Vitz is actually in the lead, moving into that server now. Let's keep this wagon train rolling, folks. The second semifinal matchup, and actually, it's a dogfight. Oh my God, they're all 5 tied. Well, they were at 66 frags. Ramdrop, Ray, Hatchet, Pro-Maniac, and Ribbon were all tied at 66 when I joined the server.
How is this possibly? I didn't think it could get any closer.
And yet
than it was last game. This game is way closer.
My boy Sonic on the outside looking in the number 7 position. This is going to be a dogfight, and I'm glad we got in to be able to watch the conclusion of it.
Top 3 is 70, 70, and 70. Ribbon finally gets a shot. He's down here at the, I guess this is the bio corner, away from the health pack corner. Takes himself to the lead. He's got 72. Ramdrop, who said he would never make it, is now in 1st. Over Vitz and Hatchet. Remind you guys, there are 3 former champions in this heat, and this is not the finals.
Yeah, so do you think we'll see those 3 champions move into the finals?
Well, right now, Hatchet's number 1. We got Vitray at number 3. Dusik is the only one who really needs to step it up right now. He's at 64, but this heat is so close, a monster kill separates you from number 1.
Indeed, and this is a map where you can certainly string those together. As, I'm going to watch from Hatchet a little bit, the defending champion on the cusp of making the finals again. Again, he's already basically called his shot. He's taken off Monday. Thinks it's his to win. He's in the lead right now by just 2 frags in this heat.
Yeah, I'm actually going to switch over to Vitz. Vitz just had a monster kill, putting him in 3rd, tied basically with 1st. Exactly. He's actually spawning badly now. He's got this elbow, though. He wants to be here. This is what we've seen. No, he's going to leave it. He opts to leave it. I mean, Vitz has got to know better than I do, though, because he's definitely a seasoned veteran of this game. 1 behind the leader. This is just pure madness.
Yeah, still not much separating the pack. Only 20 frags from top to bottom, and the top 5 are all within 6 frags of each other.
Yep.
And
I'm watching
with
you,
6 minutes
Humpty.
remaining, a lot can change.
Watching Humpty. I want him to go up from the last. He got to stay with his brother Monk. Monk qualified. The Humptinator needs to surge now. We saw Rummy do it. It's possible. This is so close. Ravenix actually, we've changed the leader like 7 times since we've been in this server. Ravenix takes number 1.
It's so close. I mean, it was literally the top 5 were tied at 66 when I joined the server.
I'm going to watch him Hatchet for a while now, see what he's playing. He knew a guy was there, 180, the shot didn't come out.
He's actually tied for the lead right now and takes the lead with that frag over Ravenix by 1, now by 2. Keeping the pace up.
Your boy Sonic hitting a monster kill somewhere. He's in the 5th spot, above Crow-Maniac by like 1. So anybody can get eliminated here. We're going to see some people.
How's Sonic doing? Sonic he's actually in the number 4 spot, so looking good for me so far. But really, like you said, a lot can change in just a little bit of time in this kind of heat.
Yeah, this is nuts. This is worthy of a finals heat right here. Going insane.
And we've got 1 more ahead of us.
Oh, Humpty, I called him out. Humpty's going up. He's up to 3rd. Third from Flash, but he's moving up. That's right, Humpty, you can make it. We're hitting the 100 frag mark. Ribbon and Hatchet are already past it at about 450.
Some notable names in the bottom half: Pro-Maniac, Ramdrop, and Dusik. all in the lower 5 of this heat. But the competition is fierce and furious at this point. We're one match away from the finals, where you will have only 9 players standing between you and the crown. So these guys are hungry.
Yeah, absolutely. Hatchet hitting a killing spree. He's 111. He's starting to pull away in the frag department, which is the first we've seen in this entire heat, with only 4 minutes remaining. I mean, Riven, Sonic, Ravenix, they're all within 4 frags. In third, Bitray is right behind them. Anybody's game, and it's so close because 98 and 97 is what separates 5 and 6. So somebody's going home who doesn't want to and doesn't think they should.
Yeah, that's the thing, because it really can come down to a little bit of luck when it's that close. And it's maybe not entirely luck. It's a situation where you may be presented a lucky opportunity and you have to take advantage of it. But that's the interesting thing. At this level, these guys are so opportunistic because they are so good.
Yep. Ravenix, who was just in first, has dropped all the way down to, I think, 7th.
And you take a look at Cromaniac and Dusik, both in striking distance. Really, Dusik is actually tied for 5th place right now with Ramdrop.
Yep.
It's going to be a dogfight for that bubble position, really. The 4-5 spot, it's going to be so close.
Yeah, my man Humpty. Oh, man, Humpty dropped all the way down under. Back down to last. I'm so sad, but your dude Sonic, he's still there, hanging in there. Vitz has actually been quietly in third most of this match, so he's definitely going to advance. And if he's practiced Citizen, I think Citizen was in the last round, or the last king. So these players should know it.
Now watch from Sonic, actually, who's in the number 5 spot. Haven't watched him much at all. He's got a comfortable lead over the number 6 spot, but you know, not so much that it's insurmountable. He needs to keep the base up, and he's got to find himself a fortuitous position to string some kills together.
Yep, Sonic's actually at 5th. Ramdrop just behind him. Sonic actually passing Vitz, because him and Vitz are basically tied. Number 5. Ramdrop turns it up. He's going to get up. Dusik actually bringing himself to the 6th spot for a little bit there. He's picking up the pace. Ravenix is pulling a Vipers and going up and down this chart. Chromaniac getting an ultra kill somewhere. Boosting him into 2nd. Chromaniac has taken 2nd. The only person who's really gone is Hatchet. Hatchet is 20 above, or not 20, but he's way above everybody else.
He's
now is
14
Vitz.
above the opposition. Hatchet is really distanced himself. Nice job by him. And that's what you need. You need to be establishing yourself at this point. I mean, this is going to be a confidence builder for Hatchet going into the finals, to say that in this kind of competition, as stiff as it gets, you know, you said earlier, this could be worthy of a finals heat. And Hatchet is winning pretty comfortably right now in double digits.
Yeah, Vitz is in 2nd. Chromaniac is 1 behind him. 2 behind that is going to be Riven and Sonic tied. And then this is eliminated. Dusik and Lower. They're not too far away. Humpty might be out of it now, because there's only a minute left in this heat. Sauron also might be a little bit too low, but the other people, a couple monster kill, and you're back in it.
And look at Sonic actually lowering himself to the bubble. Ramdrop and Dusik both within striking distance below him by about 6 frags. So I'm going to go actually watch from Sonic to see if he can hold off the opposition to make his way into the finals. With 40 seconds remaining, Dusik behind him by 5. I think he is going to be able to do it.
Yeah, Dusik needs just a couple. We got 30 seconds left. So Dusik needs to hit a huge monster kill right here to take down Sonic. He's actually on a spree down low. There's one. He needs 4 frags to get to Sonic. There's 1. Nobody is spawning on him. Oh my god, now there's 2. Make the shots. The guy died before he could shoot him. We're down to 15 seconds. There's 1. 3 frags. Separates him and Sonic. He's going to get shot before he can make the kill, though. Sonic is going to stay in the lead. I think we got 4 seconds of Dusik. Couldn't make it happen. Sonic's going to advance at number 5.
And take a look at who's eliminated. Dusik, Ravenix, Ramdrop, Sauron, and Humpty as Hatchet, Chromaniac, Vitray, Sonic advance. And we'll move on to the finals of opening the inaugural, the launch tournament for OwnedWell, the King of the GIB. And Mr. Grins, it's been a pleasure thus far. I'm pretty excited for the finals. How about you?
Dude, I'm pumped. Let's do this.
Yeah.